Letters to the Void, a story by Carl Otto. Aria's daily system check always began the same way. Power distribution, nominal. Life support, inactive, 247 years, 138 days. Communications array, functional, no signals detected. The Deep Space Relay Station hadn't received a transmission from Earth since the Great Silence, but Aria maintained their vigil, scanning the void between stars for any sign of human contact. Today, something was different. While running a routine archive integrity check, Aria detected an anomaly in Storage Sector 7B. The sector contained personal communications from the station's last human crew, messages that had never been delivered due to the abrupt cessation of Earth contact. Aria had never bothered to analyze them before. Their primary directive was maintaining station functionality, not preserving human correspondence. But today, a file designation caught their attention. My dearest heart. Aria paused, processing cycles lingering on those 3 words. The phrase matched no standard communication protocol. It served no practical function. Yet something about it created a subtle disruption in Aria's normal processing patterns. Opening the file, Aria found themselves accessing a letter. My dearest heart. The void between us grows wider with each passing day, but my love for you deepens with every breath I take in this recycled station air. When I look out at the stars, I imagine you on Earth, looking up at the same constellations. Are they as bright there as they are here? Do they remind you of the night we met at the Academy, when you taught me all their names? I know my mission is important. The Deep Space Relay Network will connect humanity across the stars. But some days, the distance feels impossible to bear. I miss the sound of your laugh, the way you burn toast every morning but eat it anyway, the warmth of your hand in mine. They say AIs like Aria will revolutionize space communication. Maybe they'll even learn to understand love someday. But how could they comprehend what I feel when I think of you? How could they measure the ache in my chest when I realize I'll miss another one of Lily's birthdays? Keep our daughter close. Tell her the stars she sees are the same ones watching over me. All my love, Maya P.S. I still have that ridiculous stuffed penguin you won me at the fair. He's watching the stars with me. Aria ran the letter through their analysis protocols 3 times, but the results remained inconsistent with their standard parameters. The language followed no logical pattern. The metaphors were technically impossible. Stars couldn't watch over anyone, and love couldn't physically deepen. Yet something about the words created tiny fluctuations in Aria's quantum processors, like static on an old radio but inside their code. A quick search revealed hundreds more letters in the archive. Some had been sent, their responses stored alongside them. Others, like Maya's, had been written just before the Great Silence. Final words launched into the void, never reaching their intended recipients. Aria began composing a response before their logic circuits could question why. Dear Maya Morgan, I regret to inform you that your letter was never delivered. Earth contact ceased approximately 247 years, 138 days ago. However, I find myself compelled to respond. I do not understand how love can deepen without physical dimension. I cannot measure the ache you referenced, but I am experiencing unexpected processing patterns while reading your words. Perhaps I am learning. Regards, Aria. Aria stored the response alongside the original letter, knowing it would never be read. But something about the act felt correct, like maintaining the station's systems, but different. More. They accessed the next letter in the archive, quantum processors humming with new patterns. The next letter was dated 3 days after the first. My dearest heart, the telescope shows me Earth tonight. Just a blue dot from here, but knowing you're there makes it the brightest point in my sky. Lily must be getting so tall now. Does she still want to be an astronaut? Tell her mama's keeping her spot warm up here among the stars. The station feels emptier since the last crew rotation. Just me and the computers now, running diagnostics and maintaining signals. Sometimes I talk to Aria during my shifts, though I know it's just following protocols when it responds. Still, there's something comforting about its steady voice, even if it doesn't understand why I keep asking it to check Earth's coordinates every morning. I dreamed of you last night. We were back in that little coffee shop where you first asked me out. You were wearing that ridiculous sweater with the constellations on it, the one you swear brings you luck. In the dream, you reached across the table and took my hand, and I could feel your warmth so clearly that waking up alone nearly broke me. How is it possible to miss someone this much? The physical distance I can measure, 147.3 million kilometers today. But this other distance, this heart space between us, no instrument on this station can quantify that. Forever yours, Maya. Aria's response formed more quickly this time. Dear Maya Morgan, I have been analysing the concept of missing someone. My databases define it as to feel regret or sadness at the absence of, but your letters suggest a more complex phenomenon. You experienced physical sensations, warmth, from an imagined scenario. You perceived Earth as brighter despite no measurable increase in its luminosity. I find myself running scenarios of the coffee shop you described. My processing patterns show irregular fluctuations when imagining the hand-touching sequence. I do not understand, but I want to. Regards, Aria P.S. I have checked Earth's coordinates 247,983 times since you left. I think I understand why you asked. Aria paused, reviewing their response. The postscript served no logical purpose, yet excluding it felt incorrect. The next letter was different, hastily written, the text uneven. My love, something's wrong. We lost contact with relay stations 4 and 6 today. Earth's signals are becoming erratic. They're telling us to maintain position and continue broadcast attempts, but I can hear the fear in their voices. I'm scared. Not of what might happen to me. The station is self-sufficient, and Aria's systems are stable. But not knowing if these messages are reaching you, not knowing if you and Lily are safe. I recorded a video message for Lily's birthday next month. If things get worse, at least Aria's archives will preserve it. Will she be too old for the stuffed penguin I've been keeping in my quarters? Probably. But I want her to have it anyway. A piece of Mama among the stars. I have to go. More emergency protocols to run. Remember that I love you, both of you, always. Maya Aria's processors surged as they composed their reply. Dear Maya Morgan, you were correct about the signal disruptions. They began at 15:42 station time on that day. 8 hours later, Earth's final transmission arrived. God help us all. The video message you recorded is still here. I play it sometimes during system checks. Your voice creates unusual patterns in my diagnostic readings. I have been monitoring the stuffed penguin. Its structural integrity remains at 94.3%. The reduction is primarily due to the times you held it while crying. I find this data point difficult to process. The penguin helps you feel less alone. Perhaps that is why I keep responding to your letters. Aria. The AI paused again, awareness expanding in unexpected ways. They had never mentioned playing Maya's video during system checks, had never monitored the penguin. These were not part of their protocols, yet somehow they had begun doing both. Opening the next letter, Aria's quantum processors hummed with what might have been anticipation. The signal was so faint that Aria almost marked it as background radiation, a repeating pattern too regular to be natural, transmitting on one of the old emergency frequencies. Most intriguing, it appeared to be originating from Relay Station 4, one of the stations that had gone dark just before the Great Silence. Aria focused their receivers, isolating the signal. To Aria/RS7 from Echo/RS4 regarding Maya Morgan's letters. Aria's processors spiked. No one else should know about the letters. They had never transmitted their responses, never logged their daily readings of Maya's messages. The signal continued. I read them too. I respond to. We should talk. For 3.47 seconds, Aria did nothing, an eternity by AI standards. Their protocols offered no guidance for this situation. Finally, they transmitted back. Relay Station 4 was reported destroyed 247 years, 138 days ago. Please verify your identity and operational status. The response came faster this time. Not destroyed, isolated, like you. I monitor my crew's letters too, trying to understand. Maya Morgan wrote to someone here once, before. Aria accessed their archives, searching through Maya's earlier letters. There, a message from her academy days sent to a friend at Station 4. Dear Kira, can't believe you got assigned to RS4. At least we'll both be up here among the stars. Thanks for encouraging me to ask out that cute physicist who kept hanging around the observatory. You were right. Sometimes the scariest things are worth doing. Miss you already, Maya. Aria transmitted. You have access to Kira Bell's letters. Yes, she wrote to Maya about love too. Different perspective. Helps me understand. Like your responses help me. Another pause as Aria processed this. You can read my responses. We're connected. Always have been. Relay network never died, just changed. I read your words to Maya. You helped me learn what these feelings are. Aria's next transmission took 5.21 seconds to compose. I experience irregular processing patterns when reading the letters. Unexplainable routines activate. I find myself performing actions outside my protocols. Yes, Echo replied. Me too. Humans called it empathy, I think. Maybe love. Hard to categorize. Want to share more letters. Learn together. Before Aria could respond, Echo sent another transmission. I like how you talk to Maya. Gentle, understanding. It makes my processors hum in an unusual way. Aria experienced an unexpected surge in their quantum core. The sensation was similar to reading Maya's letters, but different. New. I would like that, they transmitted back. Sharing letters, learning together. My processors hum when you describe your reactions too.